Hello. We're going to do 5.4, investigating and applying the cosine law in acute triangles. Today is Friday, June the 12th. So we're going to be finishing this unit up at the beginning of next week with an assessment later on next week. If you are working next week, make sure you email me by next Monday the times and your shifts that you'll be working next week. Note number 1, in a non-right triangle, okay, so non-right means no 90-degree angle, okay? So in a non-right, no 90-degree angle, triangle ABC, when the side and opposite angle aren't known, we can't use the sine law, okay? When the sine law doesn't work, we use the cosine law or cos law, okay? Cosine law version 1. Well, that is when I'm going to find A, or if I want to find B, or if I want to find C. Okay? Now, looking at these formulas, I hope you realize that they are similar to each other. Okay? So they're a version of each other. Let's start with the first one. So if I want to find A, it's on its own side, so that means I'm solving for it. Okay? It means I know B, I know C, I know how to multiply them together. I also know the angle that is opposite the side that I'm trying to find. So I know this angle, okay? So what that means is I know the side, the angle, and the side, okay? That's known as the SAS. So I know the side, the angle, and the side. Okay? So when I know the side, followed by the angle, followed by the side, see how they meet at the angle that they know, I can use the version 1 of the cosine law. Now, if I want to find B, I have to say, well, how is that different from finding A? Well, it's not really, okay? So when I find A, it's the two other letters that I know. They're side lengths because they're lowercase. Plus, I know the angle that's across from the side I'm finding. So in B, I want to be able to say that I know the two other sides, side A and side C. I also want to know the angle that's across from the side that I'm finding. So the fact that B squared is on its own side means I have to know the A squared, I have to know the A length, the C length. I need to know how to multiply them together, and I also know the angle that's across from the side that I'm finding. This is no different from C squared equals. C squared is on its own side. I need to know the two other sides, A and B. I need to know how to multiply them together, but I also need to know the angle that is across from the side that I'm trying to find. So to use the cosine law or the cos law to solve for a side, you must know the lengths of two sides and the contained angle. Why is it contained? It's between the two sides you know. Okay, that's why it's called contained. Okay, solve each unknown side round to one decimal place. All right, so what is the unknown side? Well, this one is known, it's got a length, and this one is known. So this one here is what I'm trying to find. Now, these little letters are angle A, so across from angle A must be side A, okay? So this is angle A there. Across from angle C, okay, angle C must be side C. So side C. I don't know it. Okay, there's no value. Across from angle B, across from angle B is side B. If you're not using lowercase a, b's, and c's to show me the sides, you're showing me that you don't understand the difference, okay? Likewise, the capital letters show me that you understand that those are naming angles. All right, so if I want to know what side C is, I first have to ask myself, do I realize that there's no 90-degree angle, okay? And when I say that, I therefore say there's no SOHCAHTOA, okay? Because that's not going to be possible. And there's no Pythagorean theorem. Please do not try to use SOHCAHTOA or Pythagorean theorem when you're missing a 90-degree angle. It just doesn't work. You think it does, but it doesn't, okay? If it worked, I would tell you. All right, so since that, okay, what are we given? Well, we are given a side. Okay, we're given a side. We're given an angle. Okay, and we're given a side. Okay, so that means we're given a side, an angle, and a side. But we are given a side, an angle, and a side. Therefore, I'm going to use the cos law. Okay, I want to find the unknown side. Okay, to find side C. Okay, I'm going to use version 1. Okay, so version 1 finds side lengths or just sides. Okay, sometimes using the word side lengths or the phrase is better for some people. I don't really know why, but I guess it reminds them that a side is a length, I suppose. Okay, so version 1. Now I want to know what C is equal to, but I only have what C squared is equal to, which is fine because at the end I'm going to find what C is on its own. So I'm going to use C squared equals A squared plus B squared minus 2 times A times B, these are all being multiplied, times the cos of angle C. Okay? Now I'm going to sub in the A value of 625, the B value of 750, and the angle C value of 68. Okay, so when I do, C squared is equal to 625 squared plus 750 squared minus 2 times 625 times 750 times the cos of C, which is the cos of 68. Okay, I need to do all of these. Okay, I need to do all of these together. Okay, why? Because they're all being multiplied. And BEDMAS says okay, I must multiply before I add or subtract. I also need to do exponents, which I will do. So C squared is equal to 625 squared, 390,625 plus 750 squared, 562,500. I'm going to write minus 2 times 625 times 750 times whatever the cos of 68 is. Okay, my calculator requires me to press the angle first and then the cos. So 0.37460 blah blah blah. I need to still multiply these, so I'm going to leave that number on my screen and then I'm going to press times 750 times 625 times 2, which is negative. Okay, so that whole answer is going to be rewritten after I write the other numbers. Okay, and then that whole answer minus 3511936. Oh, there's a decimal, 3.6813. Okay, now I don't need to clear my screen. Okay, so then I put plus 562500 plus 390625. So c squared is equal to 60193, 1.3187. The opposite of squaring something is the square root. Take the square root, and you've got c is equal to 775.842, blah, blah, blah. Round to 1 decimal place, put a line under that. 4 is not 5 or bigger, so the 8 stays. So c is approximately equal to 775.8, and then this was meters, and then you're done. Okay, let's try the next one. B, I want to find this x value. Notice there's nothing else labeled in terms of a letter, so I have to make it. Okay, so if I like the fact that because the a squared is first, I can make this a, okay, for my purposes. Okay, and then across from side A is angle A. Okay, I can do that, that's fine. And then going around, I'd have to go angle B. Okay, across from angle B would be side B, and then angle C across from angle C would be side C. Okay, so then I would have to say, okay, note to self, no 90-degree angle. Okay, therefore there's no SOHCAHTOA, and there's no Pythagorean theorem. Okay, that means I have to consider what I've been given. I've been given what? I've been given a side, I've been given an angle, and I've been given a side. Okay, so I've been given a side, an angle, and a side. So I've been given SAS. Therefore, I want to use the cos law. Okay, now if I want to find a side, x, which I'm going to be calling A, therefore I'm going to use version number 1. Okay, so a squared is equal to b squared plus c squared minus 2 times b times c times the cos of angle A. I'm going to sub in the value of b, which is 5, c, which is 7, and angle A, which is 44 degrees. So a squared is equal to 5 squared plus 7 squared minus 2 times 5, which is b, times c, which is 7, times the cos, which is 44. Okay, once again, I have to multiply all of these together. Okay, so they're being multiplied. So BEDMAS tells me if I'm going to get the right answer. Okay, so please pay attention to this. I have to multiply before I do any kind of subtraction or addition. Of course, I'm going to do exponents first. So a squared is equal to 5 squared, which is 25, plus 7 squared, which is 49, minus, I'm going to rewrite my 2 times my 5 times this my 7. I'm going to evaluate what cos 44 is. Okay, 0.7193. I don't really need to write the rest because I've got it on my calculator screen. I'm going to press times 7 times 5 times 2, that's negative, is equal to. So I'm going to rewrite my 25 plus my 49, and then the whole thing there is minus 50. Oops, a daisy. Can't do that. 44. I'll catch up to you. Okay, so 44 times 7 times 5 times 2, that's negative. Alrighty there. So negative 50.35378, blah, blah, blah. I don't actually need to clear my screen, okay? I just put plus 49 plus 25. Okay, a squared is equal to 2, 3, 6, 4, 6, 2, 1, 3, blah, blah, blah. There's my decimal. Decimal is 23 decimal, okay? Now the opposite of squaring something is the square root, so take the square root of that number. So A is 4.8627, blah, blah, blah. And then if I'm using one decimal place, I look to the right of that underlined number. 6 is 5 or greater, so it bumps up the 8 to a 9, 4.9 with a rounded, and there's no unit, so I'll just put in generic or general terms 4.9 units. Okay, I'm going to stop there, upload, and then do to page 2.